Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Thursday, June 1st, and today we are continuing to talk about God the Father. And that brings us to Proverbs 3. And right away, you're probably already jumping to Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. However, there's beautiful information all the way through Proverbs 3. We're only going to go to verse 12 today. But it gives us a lot of information about how to conduct ourselves and how to understand God as our Father. So in verse 1 it says, "My son." This is God speaking to us, and he is calling us my son. If you're a girl, it would be daughter. He's saying, "My child." You're his precious child. He sees you as a child. He calls you a child. "Do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments." He's saying, stay true to my teaching, keep it on your heart, keep it at the forefront of your mind, and stay true to it. "For length of days and years of life and peace they will add to you." He's saying you will have peace, you will have length of days, you'll have years of life because you kept my commandments. "Let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart." Stay in that place of steadfast love and faithfulness. "So you will find favor and good success in the sight of God and man." God looks at you in a favorable way. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." Now, we hear that verse so much, we rattle it off and we move on. Let's really think this through. You want every ounce of your being to trust the Lord. That's a tough thing to do. There's always that little bit that I feel like I'm holding back where I don't completely trust. I've got to keep that at the forefront of my mind and keep identifying those areas where I don't trust the Lord so that I can bring them out in the open and get past them. Our tendency is to lean on our own understanding. That spirit of religion wants you to lean on your own understanding. If you're leaning on your own understanding, you're removing that grace. "In all your ways acknowledge him." I always say, glorify him. Do what glorifies God. Do what glorifies God. "And he will make straight your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil." Don't think of yourself more highly than you should. You keep the Lord on the pedestal. You are the servant. "It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruits of all your produce." That's talking about tithe and offering. "Then your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will be bursting with wine." Here it is again. "My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline or be weary of reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father the son in whom he delights." So let's think this through. All of a sudden in verse 11, it changed. It's cozy. Verses 1 through 10 are kind of cozy. It's all about leaning on the Lord, trusting in the Lord, knowing that he will take care of you. And then you get to verse 10, and all of a sudden there's this discipline. That discipline is part of God loving you. If you know me personally, you know I'm a behavior specialist in the school district. And when I'm working with a student that's struggling with their behavior, a lot of times they'll accuse me of not liking them. And I'll tell them, it's because I care that I won't allow you to act the way you are. And that's what the Lord is doing here. He's saying, because I love you so much, I'm going to discipline you so you can grow and get to that next level in our relationship. That's how important you are to God. So remember that when you're going through that discipline, it's part of God's love, and we never want to be without that love. So as you go into your prayer closet, praise him for being your father. Praise him for that discipline. And remember that that's a sign that he loves you. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.